Good. So now we'll go one layer more subtle. There is a long undulatory structure not far from the spine that moves from the tip of the tongue to your anus. It is made of incredibly strong, smooth muscle that operates much differently from the muscle that we can see on the surface of the body in an undulatory fashion. It's tissue that is structured by emotion. And sometimes we're told is quote unquote involuntary, as if our conscious mind is barred from its function. But we know different. The bandhas of this practice, the base of the pelvis, the front of the belly, and the pit of the throat, the third one, Jalandhara Bandha, address this long line of smooth muscle, the gastrointestinal tract, directly. Ayurveda teaches us to sense very subtly the activity and sensations of the entire digestive tract. Subtle inflammation that tells us something doesn't agree with us. The feelings of digestion throughout their process. And now at the very top of the gastrointestinal tract, we've been studying both the sensations and the muscular activity of the tongue. So let's just take a couple minutes here. And just like we did with the spine in the winter, just meditate on that line as much as you have direct subjective access to it. And maybe including some imaginary construction from the tip of the tongue all the way through your Mulabandha. I'll give you a little time here. It is no small thing to make the conscious, unconscious, conscious in this sense. We know over the years of our practice that this passageway can become increasingly both sensitive and subject to our conscious direction. Integrating the tongue into that picture has been our work in recent weeks. And that's a whole body integrative teaching. The way that the consciousness, sensitivity, and activity of the tongue can affect the stability, the function, and the awareness of this entire inner body of the gastrointestinal tract. Please take Janu Shirshasana B. Just a real gentle version. The reason that I have gained such a deep respect for this posture, this experience, is actually through witnessing the lack of skill with which we can teach it and experience it if we don't appreciate it. In public settings, when I used to teach this in public, it would almost universally evoke a total locking of the jaw, a grinding of the teeth, the minute someone sat on their heel. It's probably not so appropriate in a public setting when people don't know what's coming at them to ask them to stimulate the perineum in such an intimate way, right? Which we've learned over time through our sensitivity to the base of the pelvic floor. But why would that be that if one is not paying attention and integrating this sense of the gastrointestinal tract and inner body into the practice, that the minute you sit on your heel, you clench your jaw? Why would that be? That connection from the perineum to the inside of the mouth. I would submit that that's all one thing. And a lot of our work since we started with this idea of engaging the bandhas to lift the head has been to disentangle that. So here we are, we're sitting on the heel, engage around the heel, but maintain this work that we've been doing around relaxing the inside of the mouth. Find a placement for your tongue that works for you. Whatever works for you that is deliberate. It's kind of like drishti. On some level, it doesn't matter what it is, just deliberately have a placement for the tongue. So you're finding relaxation in the tongue, and especially now relaxation in the jaw, even as you engage around the heel. Draining the tension out of the head, drawing engagement into the pelvis instead. That is so much of the deep teaching of the primary series. Draw the energy down out of the head into the pelvis and make it conscious. Great. Switch legs just for a moment, just so you're even. So you have a left and a right side of your pelvic floor. They're differently conscious, differently structured. So just notice if there's any contrast here for you. Come back that awareness that you're building of the gastrointestinal tract. whole inner body, relaxing inside of the head and engaging to really hold on to your heel. Good. So now we'll take Samastatihi and we'll do the same thing. Finding a balance point for the head in space, probably back over the shoulders, releasing the base of the skull. Placing the tongue deliberately anywhere that works for you and relaxing inside of the mouth. And engage Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha in a way that draws the blood circulation, the awareness, the activity of your nervous system, down out of the head and into the pelvis.